Hi, this is going to be the video about this table command. I think I've shown how to use a table command in an earlier file, but this will be a slight different usage and is very useful. So let me use this example. We're about to create a list of numbers, and each entry of the numbers in the list is not just simply given by a formula, but it goes through some procedures or conditional statements that it is not easy to put down in a single formula. For example, k is going to run through 1 to 10, and we're going to start with this temporary value a to be cosine k value, where k is a radian. If sine k value at that moment, when k is something in between 1 and 10, if it is a positive, we're going to renew a value with this one, and if also cosine k is also positive, and then with this new value of k, we're going to renew this k value again with this formula. If cosine k is not greater than 0, and then we'll just keep this a value and return, and that's going to be our kth entry. So maybe there is a way to write this one down into one single formula, but let's say this one is understood, and let's do this procedure built into this table command, and it's kind of useful. So you can do this thing with a do loop, but this is going to be an addition to the video, to the do loop video I just made. It's also used for command. So I'm going to start like this. This was a text, it's not a command, so it's in the word processor, it's just a text mode. This part here is a command mode. It's a table, and we just have to do everything in this just like we did in the do, and at the end you just have to put this return value. So we're going to start with first, before we enter this table, maybe I think we can just use a, because it's beginning of the file. A is not defined anything. So it seems like there's going to be 4 lines. First, a is going to be defined to be this cosine k, and then we're going to go through these 2 conditions, and then we return this value a. So I put it this way. We're going to put this 4 different lines. First and second and third lines are these ones. This is going to be the first line. Second one with the sine k, the second line, and cosine k, this is going to be the third line. The last line is easy to type. A is what we're going to return, and then it's going to show the list. And after this main part, we have to put this index that goes, this part here that goes to the end. So if you type it here like this, and it's going to run this all 3 commands and return a, and that's going to be the kth entries, and then it's going to repeat 1 through 10. So let me actually type in this line 1. So here's line 1. A here is blue, so it doesn't know. Although if it is used before, at this stage we're storing something in an a, so you can still use this a here. And you can see the k was recognized because of the structure. The Mathematica recognized this is a index. Now the second part, you have to use if command. So I wrote this much: if sine k is greater than 0, and we're going to do this, execute this next part. So type that in. A is still in blue. You can see k is now turned to this close to green color, so it recognizes it again as an index. So now a is renewed if sine k is greater than 0. Now I put the third line in. Even the cosine k is greater than 0, then a is going to be renewed with this a squared minus a plus 1. If cosine k is not greater than 0, then a value we had here is going to be returned. Okay, when I executed it, it gave me this type of result, so that wasn't very fun, so I'm going to turn everything into a numerical values. By putting 1 dot in front of a, that's going to turn this one a numerical value. So when I executed it, and it gave me this result, it seems like this one actually went through the some cosine value, and the rest of the part here, some of this value was actually cosine was greater than 0, so it went through kind of this type of values. Again, you can replace this loop with a do loop command, but if you use a table and it's a slightly more convenient, of course you can do other things with a do loop thing. But if you have to create a list of something, using the table command in this way is useful. Thanks.